Hi everyone, welcome back to our D&D podcast that we still have not named yet, but we're working on it. We have some ideas floating around, but we will have that shortly. But thank you so much for joining us. We're going to do a quick little recap and kind of see where we left off on the end of session 1. So, we met our adventurers as they explored the city of Rune, a beautiful and vast kingdom showered in wealth and clockwork mechanisms that grew throughout the city like weeds. It is the 5th annual Salvation Celebration where the people from all over Angea come to celebrate the end of the Forever War, as well as come to hopefully meet the king. While taking in the sights, and the sounds of the city, our heroes each met a small royal advisor named Ezekiel, who handed each of them a ticket to enter into a raffle to meet the famous Bjorn, ruler of the Kingdom of Man and fabled hero of the Forever War. Our heroes slowly made their way to the center of the city where the announcement of the raffle winners would be held, stopping only to poison Ezekiel with one of Lacey's magical stickers, as well as risk getting arrested while pickpocketing a royal guard. As the announcement began, one by one winners were called, including Ara, a dwarven princess, a timid old tiefling woman, and our party members, Pale Scales, Lacey, and Seabog. As an advisor and 2 royal guards escorted you to the palace, the princess's dwarven guards begrudgingly waited outside, only at the princess's command. The party walked through the palace, surprised by the lack of guards throughout until they were brought to a large chamber where they were told to wait for the king. Shortly after, arrows flew from the sky, striking and killing Ara, the princess, immediately. The party defeated the assailants after the 2 guards had been killed, and as Lacey dealt the killing blow to the last hooded figure, he drank a strange purple potion and disappeared into a purple mist along with his felled accomplices. Royal guards attempted to open the doors to the chamber after hearing the commotion, but Lacey was able to buy some time with a convincing prestidigitation spell, was it? Was it prestidigitation or was minor illusion, excuse me. The party, realizing how incriminating the situation looked, decided to jump out the window to the city below, bringing the Tiefling woman along with them, and that's where we are now. So how are we feeling, guys? Pretty good? Feeling pretty safe?
Yeah.
We got this.
Super safe.
We'll be just fine.
Easy. Yeah, only falling and potentially on the run. Great. So you guys have just jumped out of this 2-story part of the palace, the king's palace, and are slowly falling due to Pale Scale's feather fall spell, I believe, and are basically just landing onto the city streets. So as you land, you're outside. You see you're basically at like what's a 3-way intersection with the 4th side just being the walls to the palace that you just jumped out of. As you can kind of see, there's 3 basically different paths you can go, but you basically just landed essentially in the middle of town. So what would you guys like to do?
I think I've been in the town the longest because I've been here a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
So do I know where any of these paths go?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Insight check?
I'd say, yeah, I think insight.
14.
Okay, cool. So you look down these different paths. You have spent a couple of weeks here, so you've definitely become a little bit more familiar, and this is a pretty recognizable part of town. It's kind of like the heart of the city. So you notice as you look down these 3 separate paths that if you went basically forward, so along where the palace is on your left, if you went forward, you would be heading toward the residential district, and more importantly, sooner you'd be running into a I believe it was called a Skyrail station. Essentially, this city has these kind of metro-y looking rail system, enchanted, mechanized devices that kind of work like a subway, but much more elegant, running throughout the city. So you know that this direction would eventually lead to the residential district, and right in front of you, though, within like a block or 2, there'd be the Skyrail station, which that you could take to that residential district if you wanted. straight to your right, of going directly away from the palace, there is a market district. So you have like shops and all this kind of stuff where a lot of consumerism's going on. You definitely still very much so in the heart of town. And then if you could turn back, which would have the palace on your right, you'd be basically going back to that kind of city square where the announcement took place and where you originated from.
So not left. That's what I'm hearing.
So one path leads to the shopping district, one leads to the suburbs, and one leads back to where the contest was?
Yeah. Do we want to like duck out in the shops for a few hours and then go?
Real quick, before you guys figure that out, I forgot to have you, everybody roll a stealth check for me.
Ooh, snap, that makes sense.
This won't be the worst thing in the world. Essentially, this is just going to see how many people saw you jump out of this building.
A 10.
2.
Oh god, it was a 16.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
Did we figure out Tiefling woman's name?
If anyone did, it would have been him.
Old bitch.
Shit. I didn't make her my friend yet.
Old
I
bitch.
called her Grandma Tiefling. That's about it.
Shit.
That's about it.
Old bitch.
So you have these different directions. Basically, that stealth roll, you jumped out, but you know that the people trying to get into the room that you guys were in, they hadn't quite gotten in there yet. So you are running away from a crime scene, but it hasn't been widely discovered yet. So as you fall down, you make a huge commotion. I mean, you're just dropping into a city square, essentially. So people are startled, like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Like, just random people just fall out of the sky. But nobody is on you for a crime as of now.
Everyone will have known that we just hopped out the window. So...
My only issue with going to the shops is wouldn't that be the most heavily populated district? Would there just be a gigantic festival?
Well, they're all at the festival, though.
Right.
But the festival's to the left.
Then
So
Right.
so you're at basically right outside the palace right now,
Yeah,
right? Which
so-
is in the heart of the city. And the market is still very much so in the middle of the city, as well as like kind of like that city square where you all started from. So both are kind of in the way, and even the train station with the other direction would be still kind of in that. It's just that would have a potential way to get kind of out of there. But there are definitely a lot of places to go. It's just a matter of how you want to basically
Get
leave
there.
the scene.
Gotcha.
So how do we want to get out of here? I feel like for normal looking people, that's not us.
People.
That's not us. Would have been the shopping district, but we kind of stand out as a turtle,
a tiefling and a gnome and a dragonborn.
Yeah.
So it's either the suburbs or what's the third path?
The Sky
lead to?
Station.
Skyrail
So
station.
that basically leads the way to the residential district.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. What are y'all feeling? Tell me.
You go, because I'm tired.
What?
Okay, let's have this conversation in character.
Okay.
That'll also help.
What are we doing?
I don't know where we are. I'm from Pigstraw.
Okay.
And this
so,
place don't look a lot like Pigstraw.
Okay, so in front of us are these like sky things that we can ride on. They're like in the air. They're really cool.
I'll ride a dragon out of here. That sounds awesome.
Okay, but it's not a dragon. It's mechanical.
You said sky things. So mechanical dragons. We'll just take that route.
Whatever gets you through the day.
If it's a dragon that's mechanical, it'll get me anywhere.
Then we're
I need
going
to go.
straight.
Let's go. Let's take the route.
So you guys
forward.
head toward the Skyrail station. Okay. So as you guys start to leave, you get maybe about like a block away, and then in the background you just hear a bang of the door, that big bronze door just banging open. It seems that these guards had just found some way to just break through the locks, right? And you hear, "The princess has been killed! The princess has been killed!" as you run. So it's fair to assume now that there's going to be a little bit more commotion happening. But as you head your way to the Skyrail station, things are still kind of normal as of now, but you can imagine are going to be changing pretty darn soon. So you get to the Skyrail station, this kind of beautiful thing, like a medieval, like King's Cross, like, you know, in London kind of thing. But again, you have this, just like all throughout the city, this beautiful mechanical bronze-ish clockwork-like mechanisms just kind of going out throughout the city and inside of this station as well. So you get up and you get into line, I'm assuming, to get a ticket.
Yeah, we're gonna get a ticket.
Probably, yeah.
We're gonna have to get a ticket.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, wouldn't that take a long time?
Did we have
How many
any
people are in
starting
line?
gold?
What's that?
Did we have any starting gold?
You should, depending on your starting equipment, you should have
that was starting
something.
equipment. I might have- Okay.
If you don't have that, just go ahead and everybody can just give themselves 10 gold.
Okay.
And then, Dame, I know you have...
Six more.
Six more, yeah.
I say I have 5 more.
That's fine.
Oh wait, because you got the thing. Never mind.
We got to check that.
How many people are in line for a ticket?
So you see like 6, 7 people kind of in line for the ticket right now. It seems to be going kind of quickly, but it would pause you a little bit. It's slower than just running.
I want to see how many people look to be guarding or working security for the Skyrail station.
Yeah,
And
give me,
monitoring how many.
give me a perception check. So how many like guards are basically in the station?
Basically, how many people are keeping track of people getting on and off the trains?
Okay.
While I'm doing that, can I see how many people were paying attention to what was the announcement
4.
that was just shouted?
Yeah, so it wasn't quite an announcement. It was more just you heard the people breaking in and discovering the bodies in there.
Okay.
But you could run, if you want to roll a perception, basically try and
See
figure
someone else.
out if other people around heard immediately.
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Perception. I rolled a 11.
Okay, so I mean, it was about 2 stories off the ground, so it wasn't very far away, and you also just kind of brought attention in that general direction when you landed. So it's probably fair. Some people heard you, but a lot of civilians and stuff are kind of around. So people who you would assume probably wouldn't hear that and immediately try to apprehend some kind of assassins. But you definitely are aware, obviously, that that the guards know about it, so that's going to play into a role. So you rolled a 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you look around, you see the station, there's a good amount of people here, but it's definitely not that busy because people are still kind of exploring the festivities and whatnot. But you can see at least 5 guards throughout, and you're not sure how many of them are watching specifically just who's getting on and off the train.
Okay.
Or the Skyrail, I should say.
Do you guys think that we should get in line for a ticket? Or do you think we should sneak on?
I still think we should buy a ticket.
Buy a ticket?
I think we should.
Okay. Let's get in line.
Okay. And the Tiefling woman follows behind you and just says, I'm just going to stay with you if that's okay.
That's perfect.
Okay.
What's your name?
Yara.
Yara?
Yes. Y-A-R-A.
That's like Ara. Princess.
Yeah, it is a weird coincidence, yes.
Do you want a Yeti sticker?
We need to get in line.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
need to.
But
They can have this conversation while we get in line. We get in line.
Okay, she definitely follows you to get in line.
oh, okay.
Now you can talk about stickers.
Okay.
Okay, so now I want somebody to roll me a d6 and have it be, it's just going to be a flat, like, luck roll, essentially.
Mm.
That's going to basically see how fast the line gets through compared to how long it takes information to spread to the guards.
Who wants to roll it?
I mean, I guess I'm the one that said we
Yeah.
gotta get tickets.
Roll
so.
the d6.
Oh gosh. That's
1.
a 1.
Okay.
Can I cast Druidcraft?
Sure, what's the language?
So I can create many things, but I can create a smell coming from a direction in 30 feet. Can I make it smell like there's smoke coming from the cart so people think it breaks down?
Yes, so there are multiple like different like rails that go through.
Okay.
So it's not just like simply one. Do you want to target one, or you want to kind of make it, seem like where exactly would you like it to seem like there's a fire?
To the closest one to where we're standing, the closest one that we're at, so it's as many people in line as possible.
Okay, got you. So you go ahead and cast this basically smoke smelling, and does it actually make smoke, or is it just the smell?
It's just the smell.
Okay, so you cast the smoke smell, and you see like the person in line who's basically selling tickets and stuff like that. She does like, wait, fire, fire, fire! There's a fire! And you see guards from the outside kind of running in to basically help. So all of these guards kind of run in to try to help and say, everyone back up, like we'll examine this and everything. Turn down the carts for now. Just stop running them for now.
So sorry.
It's alright.
So
I don't want to say anything, but yeah, that happened, didn't it?
You see that these guards start kind of inspecting it and such, and the ticket taker says, all right, everyone, we're just making sure that the rail is safe. Just give us a little bit of time, and I'm sure we'll get you on your paths very shortly.
I'm a rail doctor, and I'll inspect the rail to make sure it's safe, sir.
Roll me a deception check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Oh, I should have just made it
Can
smell
I
like
give
a
him a help
skunk.
action so it's not disadvantage?
Sure, you can give him a help action. Say something that would help him.
I'm his assistant over here. He's been showing me.
Yes.
He's been showing me some stuff.
He's my intern. I'm teaching him how to repair the smoky scent that makes many passengers hate the rails.
You just hear Lacey go, I thought you guys didn't
So
know.
just that one roll will be
It's a
it.
9 plus. You said deception?
Yeah.
So it's a 14.
Okay. You see this guy just like, I'm sorry, a rail doctor?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. I guess we're lucky that you're here. Would you
You
like
smell
to take
that,
a look?
sir? Oh, your trail's in need of some mending.
Yeah.
It needs a rail doctor immediately.
That's why I yelled fire. Yes, it smells like there's smoke coming from the Skyrail.
Please, sir, point me in the direction of the origination of the smoky smell.
Like, all right, come with me and please bring your assistant. We probably might need all the help we can get to get these people on their way.
Assistant,
I'm right behind
bring
you.
the anti-smoky smell juice.
I got the bag. with
Yes,
us.
good. Okay, it's just water. Just water. I tell him. it's water.
You tell him.
No, I tell him.
Oh.
All right. So.
All right, you guys lead over, kind of walking by all of these guards who are just sitting there scratching their head, being like, man, I don't really see where any fire is coming from. As you get closer, the gentleman pushes everyone by the way. Excuse me, pardon me, we have a rail doctor here to take a look at the Skyrail.
I'm here to look at the
You
Skyrail.
see, all my guards are just super confused.
All you passengers don't need to worry. I'll get the rails up and running in just a moment. Me and my assistant here. Assistant, what do you seem to think is going on with the rail?
It smells a bit smoky over
It
here.
smells quite smoky. I do believe... Who shut these rails down? Did they break them immediately? Did they do a cool-down lap, or did you just stop them immediately in their tracks?
We stopped them immediately. We wanted to make sure nobody got on a cart that was
Ah, yes, a rookie errand. Quite the space station rookie errand indeed, sir. You have not cooled down the rails before bringing them to a stop. You see that smoky smell in the air. That's actually the friction of the rail burning just at the bottom of the wheel turning. And it's very dangerous if we don't do a cool down lap immediately. So me and all the passengers that are currently on board are just going to have to get going, do a quick cool down lap of the whole system.
Wait, what? We should send people on the cart to do the cooldown lap?
Think of it this way. The longer we have this sitting here, the more there's a chance of a big explosion. And did you hear that explosion that happened probably outside for that way or whatever? It's only like a big boom.
I did not hear that, no.
Well, you're about to hear a bigger one if we don't get this train moving, sir.
Oh, right. Everyone, please.
Well, my name isn't Dr. P. Ig Trough.
He looks at you and says, so how many people should we have on this rail?
At the minimum, 3. Maybe 4.
Oh,
If we have a tiefling on board that can usually bounce the weight out of it.
I'm sorry, a tiefling?
Yes, their bones are a little bit less dense than the average, turtle person. person. I don't want to be discriminatory.
I am
but
kind of heavy.
It's this diversity
shell.
hire
I
thing with
promise
the
you it's the
internship
shell.
program. We have to hire more turtлекins because they found out I'm anti-turtlekin, and it's a whole bit of business here at the Rail Doctor Academy. So if you don't mind, it's actually very personal, and I'm quite offended you asked. So if we could get the rail moving, please.
All right. Do we? I guess the three of you would work just fine. Do we have a tiefling? And you just see that Yara is just kind of like sitting there, kind of not trying to be inconspicuous, and just slowly raises her.
Ah, you man, perfect! Your bones look brittle and frail and light. That would be perfect. You'll barely weigh anything at all, and I have to balance out to tip her on the rail.
She walks up. She's like, "Yes, I am very old and frail." Looks
Perfect.
super worried. All right, you guys get onto the cart, and then he closes the door, and he's like, "Are you sure this is going to remedy the situation? I'm worried that this would just create more heat."
Trust me, sir. I'm a doctor. A rail doctor.
All right, that's all the evidence I need.
A rail doctor.
You see, he walks back to his podium, kind of like gives a shrug and like a thumbs up to the conductor across the way. The conductor just looks very confused and activates a couple switches, a couple levers, and then the cart starts to move again. As it starts to move, you see it kind of goes up like a roller coaster, up a little bit, and then it kind of flattens out. So now you're kind of above the rest of the station, just kind of like hovering as you're about to exit the station. As that happens, you see guards flooding into the Skyrail station, saying, "Stop that cart! We can't have any people leaving the city!"
It's okay, I'm a doctor!
And they, you see a couple of them.
Doctor.
It's 5 guards come in, 2 of them with crossbows, and they're going to actually shoot at the cart. But they're going to shoot with disadvantage because you guys are moving far away. But before we get to that, let me tell you about today's sponsor. Hi everyone, Cole here. I just want to quickly talk to you about We Ride Games, the sponsor for today's episode. We Ride Games is a 4-man board game company that's come out with a couple of games on Kickstarter in the past, and now is launching its newest game, Dungeons & Co. Dungeons & Co. is a really fun tower defense / tile placement game where you're playing as a contractor in a D&D universe. You're hired by an evil empress to build out the most badass dungeon you possibly can, using different kind of traps, items, and even orcs to make your dungeon stronger, and to destroy all of the pesky adventurers who are coming through trying to steal your empress's gems. We're super excited for the launch of this game, and I personally can't wait to get my own copy. And if you want to learn more, click on the link in the description or go to www.weridegames.com and you can find out more about its upcoming release. Thank you guys so much, and let's get back to the episode. That's not gonna hit. And then 1 arrow comes flying in. Who has the lowest AC here?
Yours is
Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna roll a D4. We'll go this way, and then 4 will be Yara.
Fuck.
It's a 3, it's strong. So you see 1 crossbow bolt just kind of flies through and just hits you for 3 damage. It's not a lot.
What?
As you guys go through, but then the Skyrail cart just starts to take off and take up speed. You can kind of assume that it's kind of an automated process once it gets going. So the Skyrail just takes off, starts to elevate into the city, and then starts to head out, heading, might not matter too much, but heads southwest of the city toward the residential kind of area. So you guys have kind of gotten away from now. You're on this cart flying right over the city, like a couple, maybe like 10 stories above the city, heading in the residential district. But it will take a little bit of time to get there.
Do we know that you caused this burning smell?
No.
You see Yara just says, "Wow, that was really lucky that we had that burning smoke there." Don't you think?
Thanks! Thanks, new friend. That was me.
Oh wow, well, that was really brilliant. I'm
Yeah,
not sure about the doctor disguise, but I guess it worked.
So you made the smell that almost shut down the rails and got us trapped in the station
Yeah.
with magic.
And then you use that magic to your advantage.
Excellent.
Can you get rid of the smell?
Oh, it's already
It does.
It's
It
gone.
does stink
Yeah.
really bad
What,
in my nostrils.
what's your name?
though. Pale scales.
It starts with a P. You know what else starts with a P?
Do you know her?
Xylifer! Do you know who Xylifer is? He's the mushroom god.
Oh,
We're gonna
you're
be
one of those
best
girls.
friends.
Oh, okay.
Lacey's a horse girl turned up to a million.
My buddies knew a couple mushroom druids back in Pigstrough.
Oh.
You religious girls are weird.
We're gonna be best friends.
Yeah.
And she just see her take out her to-do list and it says be best friends with Pale Scales. It's added to her list.
I throw up a little bit. A tiny bit. But I try to keep it in my mouth.
So what's your guys' deal? Why are you here?
I was here to do good things and definitely not pickpocket innocent people in the crowd for the festival.
Roll a deception.
It's okay, she totally.
It's an 11.
I would say, and then roll
that?
an insight against that.
I also want.
4. She totally believes you. But you're a doctor?
18.
I am a doctor. I am a real doctor.
Wow.
I went to rail doctor school. Don't listen to those turtle kids. They don't know about real doctors. They're all about that Eastern shamanic medicine. I saw this guy punch a dead body trying to heal it the other day.
That was like an hour ago.
Yeah, exactly. Also, that was sick. What's your name?
I'm Sibo.
I'm calling you Corpse Puncher.
Corpse Puncher.
That's rad. We should start a band also with that same name.
I will say I
You
was trying
bard?
to heal it.
Yeah. With metal. With metal music.
Yeah.
So, you were trying to heal it by punching it?
That's what I can do.
I don't know many clerics that heal things by punching it.
I am a monk.
Whoa, what monastery are you from? I don't know many turtlekin. From
I-
monasteries. I don't know many turtlekin at all. It's not a lot of them at Big Straw.
I'll keep that to myself for now until we know a little bit more.
Interesting.
What's with your mask?
I wear this mask to show what kind of monk I
A bird monk?
am. If that's what you see, go for it.
So you wear the mask to show what kind of monk you are, but you won't talk about what kind of monk you
I won't talk about where I'm from.
are. Got it. Okay. Weirdo shit. Weirdo shit. You should honestly watch out. The plague doctor thing, he's punching dead bodies. I thought that was cool at first. Little sus.
You
Little
also
sus.
punched a dead
Does that mean
body.
I thought you were cool. I still kind of think you're cool. But I'm also a little afraid of you.
Am I cool?
Good.
You are not.
Oh.
You're useful, and you're definitely entertaining in the worst way.
I think it's the best way.
Mm.
You see, Yara just kind of like steps into this little like trio talking and just says, I'm sorry for interrupting, and I of course appreciate you taking me with you, but what is our plan? I think, I'm not sure what happened, but it really looks like somebody was either just trying to kill all of us or kill the princess, or I'm not even sure what, but it's very bad, and we are still in the city. Even once we get to the residential district, I remember it's still very much so in the city limits. So, what's next?
Where are you from?
Well, I'm from a small town, within the confines of the Tiefling Empire. But I've been confined there for all of the years of the Forever War, and even before that, when there were a lot of political issues between my people and the rest of the world. And I, as I mentioned before, I used to come here as a kid with my parents, and now that I'm an older woman, I wanted to be able to explore the city again, but I guess the world's just not ready for my kind again.
Do we know how far-ish that would be?
Yeah, so it is. Here, I'll show you. It is pretty much the very northern regions of the map.
Golden Plains? Or the Spine?
It would be. So the Tiefling Empire resides primarily in the Ember Coast. So it's kind of the north, the northwest
Gotcha.
area. So they've kind of been, you remember that they've that's where they kind of originated from, and now they've ever since the war they've that's really where all the Tieflings live now.
Okay. We are in the middle-ish of the Great Forest.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you guys doing over there, huh?
We're talking about how we're going to become best friends.
No, we are not talking about how
I don't like politics. I don't know much about it. So when she was talking about the war, I kind of zoned out.
Hi.
Hi.
What can you do?
I'm afraid I'm not very useful. I'm just a seamstress.
So you can't. Do you have your needles with you?
I don't. I didn't think that I would be coming here for work. I came here to enjoy the city, but that didn't get me very far.
Do you know anyone in the city?
I don't.
Not a single person.
My kind has been very much excommunicated for many years, and this is really the most south I've been since the war.
What's the most identifying thing for a tiefling? Is it the horns?
Probably the horns, yeah.
Lacey's gonna take out her blanket that she has on her and hand it to Yara and just say, "Here, this covers up your horns. People might not yell at you. Here you go."
She takes it. She's like, "Yes, thank you. I feel quite foolish. I should have brought, I'm sure, something more robed or something to kind of hide my identity. I guess I was just, hopefully you're just too optimistic about where we've come since the war." So she kind of ties it around her like a bonnet, just to kind of like hide that a little bit.
Some mushrooms all over.
As you guys, I don't think you guys took very much damage, but this will definitely count as a short rest.
Okay.
So you obviously, if there are any spells or things that you get back with short rest, you'll also get those as well.
That refreshes our spell slots, correct?
Yes.
And we can also switch around our cantrips. Is that long rest?
Yes. Long rest is cantrips.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Long rest is cantrips and spells. Short rest is you get to replenish them.
Gotcha.
It might also
So,
depend.
how long is it of a rest? Like in game time wise, a couple hours?
No, it's really just, it's kind of like, short rest is really just time to kind of catch your breath.
Yeah.
Just kind of take a break for a second. So it can be really anywhere from like, an hour to even like 15, 20 minutes or so.
Gotcha.
So you guys sit there, you're kind of talking about, recapping basically what happened, trying to figure out what to do next, as well as just kind of resting a bit, and just trying to figure out what the next step is. Who here casts spells? You guys both do. Okay, so go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Ooh. Natural 20.
Oh, okay, cool.
So 23.
Yep.
Artificial 20. 18 plus 2.
Cool. Okay. So so Lacey, you feel this immediately. You're kind of in this small cart. It's small. It's probably about 2 times the size of this room or so. So maybe about 300-ish square feet. Maybe that's probably generous, but it's kind of big. It definitely takes more people normally, but because of the situation in which you left the Skyrail station, you kind of got it all to yourselves. You feel a kind of disturbance, like an arcana kind of force, appearing on the other side of the cart.
Guys.
And then Pale Scales, you obviously feel this just a little bit later too, but basically you guys know that some kind of spell is happening right now.
Guys.
Go to. What is that? You know more about this shit than I do.
It's magic, but I don't know what kind of magic it is, but something's happening.
And we're headed toward it.
Yeah.
And suddenly, whoosh! This like purplish mist kind of energy explodes, and there are two hooded figures that very much resemble the ones that you saw in the chambers in the palace appear in front of you, both with short swords. They look at you and they say, "Give us the tiefling or die."
There's no tiefling here.
Is the tiefling behind us?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that she's just kind of, in the
if she
corner.
wasn't, I was definitely gonna make her be behind us.
Yeah. So
Why?
you see that they don't even really engage in dialogue. They just start moving forward toward you. Roll initiative.
Yeah, I'm like,
16.
9.
that's cocked.
But I have a -1 to initiative, so 8.
I got a 9.
No.
Don't
Stop
even-
that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that.
Don't even think about that one.
I'm gonna do it. Do it.
Do it. Okay.
Bunskis.
Okay, so you see these figures, these hooded figures, again, very much so matching the ones that you'd already fought. They look a little bit different, a little bit taller, a little stronger. They start to walk forward and drawing out short swords. Go ahead. Or I'm sorry, they're actually drawing out spears. So you see they have spears on their back and they kind of pull those out from behind them. Obviously you guys know battle's about to start. Lacey, that will be you first.
Okay. Lacey is going to cast Hold Person on one of the guards. She sees them coming towards her, and she's just going to immediately just reach out her hand and cast Hold Person.
Okay.
So the target must succeed a Wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed up to 1 minute.
Okay. They got a 15.
That goes over.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. So she tries to like stop him, and she sees he's still moving. She's like, "Shit! All right, you guys are up." And she just kind of goes backwards, and she just kind of sits back while she gets behind Seabog. She trusts him.
You see that the assassin kind of goes forward, kind of feels this arcane energy pulling in, and then just kind of breaks free from it and continues to move forward as you move behind Seabog. That will be this first hooded figure that you just tried to cast a spell on. He's going to make an attack of 10 against Seabog.
Nope.
Okay, misses. And then they will make their second attack. That will be a 13.
Nope.
Okay, nice. So he has his short sword, just kind of starts to swing at you wildly, not expecting much of a fight. You kind of back away, duck and kind of dodge out of the way, and they completely miss. This comes to the next assassin. They're going to make a move against Pale Scales. That is going to be a 7 to hit, which I think misses.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
What's your AC?
My AC is
Definitely higher than 7.
12.
Okay, gotcha. So they, this guy also pulls out short swords, just kind of misses twice as they kind of approach near you. That will be Seabog.
Right. I'm gonna go for the one that hit me.
Cool.
Does a 16 hit?
16 just hits. Yeah.
And then that's gonna be a d6. And that's a 5. That's just 5. Yeah, just 5.
5 damage?
Yep. And then I also I'm not adding anything to that, right? Am I adding anything to that? If I'm using quarter, I'm not adding anything. It's just my weapon, right?
It should be your, so like your whatever, it's like a D8 or something.
It's a d6 for the quarter.
So it should be a D6 plus either strength or dex, whatever.
Oh, it is that. Okay, yeah. So
Unless
then it's a 9.
I think it's a, whatever it's called, versatile weapon, I believe, which means it could be strength or dex.
I'm definitely using dex. For
Okay,
it.
cool.
So
I
then
think
it would
it's
be
a versatile
9.
weapon.
So that would be 9.
9 to hit or 9 damage.
9
sorry.
damage. Sorry.
Okay, cool. So you, pull out your quarterstaff, just like slug this guy across the face with it. You see he kind of stumbles back, looks back over to you and continues to move forward.
And then I am going to Theories of Blow this guy. Immediately after I attack, I can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. So I hit him, I punch twice, basically.
Nice.
That's gonna be a 14. That misses, right?
14 misses, yeah.
And that one's gonna be a 17.
17 hits.
Woo woo! Punching people! Bam! Woo!
Nice.
That's 8 total.
Nice. Okay, so you select this guy first for 9, then you do Fury of Blows, get another 8, so 17 total. Yeah, this guy definitely takes a step back.
Do damage.
Kind of like stumbles a little bit, and then kind of gets their bearings and continues to approach you. That would be Pale Scales.
How close am I to the tiefling?
Tiefling is right behind you guys. I'm going to say pretty much within 5 feet.
Can I reach out and touch it pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to cast invisibility on the tiefling.
Okay, cool.
So I think all I have to do is touch her.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything you really have to do. Okay.
I can look here real quick.
Yeah, I think it's just as an action.
Invisibility. A creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's invisible on the person. Spell ends for target that attacks or casts a spell. Okay?
Cool.
So I reach my hand out, I tie my opal around my neck, my arcane focus, and I touch her on the shoulder and I say, sit tight. Don't swing on anything. Don't cast anything if you can. Sit as far away from where they're swinging as possible. And I touch her and I make her invisible.
You see as she turns invisible, she says, thank you. So she just disappears in this corner, and you can see like the assailant just kind of like start looking around, kind of looking for her, and continue to approach to where she was last. Cool. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
That's my action. I take my quarterstaff out as my bonus action.
Okay, got it. Cool. So that will bring us back to Lacey. So you still have these two, one, slightly hurt, another full health, hooded assassin-like characters coming at you guys.
Okay, so I am going to bring out my scimitar as my bonus action, and I am going to...
I think that's a free
Is it free?
action.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
And I am going to do symbiotic entity.
Cool.
So you just see her scimitar kind of on the hilt. It's gonna all come out like mushrooms of all different colors, and just go up in the scimitar. So that gives me 4 temporary hit points, and then and then it's just more damage. And then I'm going to make my way towards the one that's really hurt, and then that's all I can do.
Okay.
Because symbiotic entity is one of my actions, so I can't do anything
Got you.
else.
Okay, yeah, so you turn into this like mushroom-like creature, and your weapon just also transforms with you. You basically just get into like a battle stance. Okay, so this is going to be that one that was hurt. I keep saying short swords, but they do have spears.
It's spears?
They have spears. I keep saying the wrong thing. But this one that has taken damage from Seabog is going to go ahead and take another stab at him. That is going to be a 12 to hit. I think this is.
Yeah.
Second hit, nat 20.
Oh,
So sorry.
no.
So go ahead and roll for them. Oops.
It's a lot of wrong over for one crit.
one of them was the wrong dice.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
And so that is going to be 15 damage.
Ooh, holy fudge.
So you see that they swing at you with their spear, miss a third time, get really angry, and then just kind of stab in. And I'm going to say, just kind of like
Really
slice
stabs.
the side of your torso as they stab in there. That'll be the other assassin who's going to go after. I think Pale Scale still is the one. No, actually, I'm sorry. You hid behind Seabog, right?
Yeah,
Lacey?
she's behind me. Unless you
I'm
move.
moving towards them.
Okay,
Oh,
got
did
you.
you
So you're
move
in the
over?
you're in the fray. I'm gonna say that
Yeah.
they're gonna go ahead and make a swing after you now, seeing you transform into a freaking monster before their eyes.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's gonna be an 18.
That hits.
Okay.
God damn it.
You don't get any AC bonus when you
No.
somebody. Damn.
That will be 7 damage.
Okay, well, she's out of, she just immediately goes back to the small little thing.
Oh
She's
no,
like,
really?
"Eh."
Oh my gosh, is that how? So how is that how?
If you lose the extra health.
If I
you
lose the
bonus
extra health, I
damage.
immediately go back into.
Oh,
So it's-
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you just see her, like, ready for action. She's like, yeah! And then all of a sudden she hits you, like, eh! And she just goes back into Lacey, and she's like, okay.
Alright, I'm gonna say you take the second swing against Pale Scales because he sees you immediately transform back into a much less threatening character.
Oh, second
Uh,
swing against her?
Second swing is gonna be against
Oh,
you.
okay, cool.
That's going to be only a 10.
Okay, I think this is
Yeah, it definitely should miss.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Okay, gotcha. So that will go back to Seabon.
All right. Well, I'm feeling a little.
And Pale Scales, you're on deck.
Not too happy here. I just wanted to make sure how something worked real quick. I am definitely gonna hit him with my quarterstaff for sure, and that's gonna give me 16 plus total 30-20.
Definitely hits.
Okay, that's gonna be this. 8 to hurt the guy that I've been hitting this entire time.
Gotcha, yep. The only one who's taking damage.
Yeah. And then I'm going to spend my second key point to Hand of Healing. My mystical touch can mend a wound as an action. Oh, never mind. That's an action. Never mind. Can't do what I was thinking yet. That's an action. So I guess I'm just gonna punch him again.
Nice. Punch or with the...
Or I'm gonna punch him this time.
Oh, gotcha. That's like a bonus action?
Yeah.
Got
bonus
it.
action
Cool.
punch. 17 plus stuff.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Ooh, it's gonna be 5 to punch him.
Okay. This guy's looking hurt. He's definitely, you just hit him again with your quarterstaff. This guy's taking a beating like a punching bag. You just punch him in the sternum. Kind of drops to a knee for a second, picks back up a spear and kind of tries to get his resolve, but you can tell this guy is definitely hurt. And that will go to Pale Scales.
So there's two of them?
There's two of them still,
still.
yeah. One's been decently hurt, the other one is completely fine.
Within-
I've also been very
Within 15 feet of each other?
I've been
Yeah.
very hurt.
Definitely.
I'm
You're
gonna-
all within 15 feet of each other.
I would like to breath weapon just the two of them.
Okay, I'm gonna say
It's 15-foot cone.
that should be totally fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you'll be able to do that.
So
yeah.
I straighten up my back to make sure that I fire my breath weapon over the tops of my comrades, or at least over the top of Lacey, who's in front of me.
Yeah.
And I jokingly, I go, Lacey, duck, even though she's like, so it
Yeah.
doesn't genuinely matter at all. And I unleash my breath weapon at the two assailants.
Cool. Is it still like an icy kind of?
It is an action once per short rest. Exhale in a 15-foot cone. They have to make a Constitution saving throw of 12, and then
Cool.
half damage on success for 2d6 of cold damage.
Okay, so they will
Kill him,
roll. One has a 16. The other has a 13. I think that both passes.
So they both take half damage of 2d6 cold damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll that, and then I'll
2
okay.
and a 6, so that's 4.
Okay, so you
So that'd
take
be-
4.
Yeah,
Cool.
4 for the first one, and then 1 and 5, so that'd be 3 for the second one.
I'm just gonna use that 4 and just for both.
Okay, if you want.
Yeah, it gives
Yeah.
a little bit more. Cool. Okay, so this guy. So you see the one has just been taking a beating. Just gets hits with this like icy like breath, right?
Yes.
Just kind of erupts from you. Definitely gets like startled by it. Kind of like gets knocked back to the wall. It's not a very big space. He's pretty close to the wall anyway. But he's definitely hurt. He's very sluggish, and the cold, of course, only amplifies that. And the other one, first hit he's taken, but definitely does a little bit of a number on him. Cool. And is that all for your turn?
That is all for my turn.
All right, that'll come back to Lacey.
I'm gonna look over at my turtle friend, and I'm gonna realize that he's very hurt, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
Cool.
So I'm gonna reach out in my bag, I'm gonna pull out a sticker that looks like a heart, and smack it on him, and be like, heal! Or, let's so you get 8 points back.
Sweet.
And then I'm gonna burn my reaction and circle of spores the one that's very hurt.
Okay, cool. How much damage?
That is going to be a D4, but you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, got it. That is a 18.
Okay, well you definitely passed that, but I'm still gonna hit you.
Is that half damage?
I think so. Let me double check. Oh no, there's no damage then. So the stickers just literally go past, and you see Lacey going, "I'm kind of useless this fight, guys. I'm gonna let you guys handle it." She just kind of like sits back. She's very sad.
You see this
the
assailant
outfit.
figure just like stops and just looks like, "Did you throw a sticker at me?"
Yeah, do you want to be friends?
No. And immediately goes back to battle.
It's a hard day.
That
Lacey.
same one, the very injured one, goes ahead and tries to take a stab at Seabog again. That's only a 10, so it misses. Second hit is going to be a 7. That also misses. You see they pull up their spear though and start pointing it at you guys and just say, "Give us the tiefling."
What tiefling?
You know what tiefling we're talking about.
There's no tiefling here.
I saw a tiefling.
Okay, well
Do you see
were
one
seeing
now?
things.
The tiefling's here. I know the tiefling's here. And then the other you see the other one just goes,
Sure.
"Is the tiefling here?" The tiefling's definitely here.
I don't see a tiefling. Do you see a tiefling?
I'm the tiefling.
That's definitely not true. You see the other assassin. The assassin goes with the spear.
Oh my god,
he's
is that
gonna
a
go after you,
tiefling?
Pale Scales. You're not a tiefling, and even if you were, we're not friends with you.
Why not?
That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Okay, alright. So it hits.
That's gonna hurt.
That will be a 7 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
Does another attack at you. 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, so sorry.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 9 damage.
Oh, 7 and 9, so I lose 16.
Yeah.
TPK.
Okay, so I'm at 7.
TPK.
Oh, not bad. That's not bad.
Wow,
love a
holy
nice
crap, how much health do you
TPK.
have?
23.
Woo!
Yeah,
Damn.
I have a lot of health.
Same.
Why am I not healthy? I mean, it's only 20, but like that still feels really bad.
Big constitution. Whose turn is it?
It will be now Seabog's turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
should be.
So you have the one assassin that's been really getting wrecked by mostly by you, but also by pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
They're looking very hurt, and then you also
But
have another assassin. Basically, is at a little, mostly okay.
Yeah, gotcha. I'm gonna hit him with quarterstaff. That's at least an 18. I'm
That's a high
sure
hits.
that's
Yep.
fine. D6. It's gonna be 10 damage.
Oh, okay. You just obliterate this dude.
Ah!
You hit him
I beat him
straight
with
in the
a stick.
face. He just splits, like blood just goes flying onto the side of the glass of this train cart, and he just like falls to the ground.
Thank goodness. All right, so now I'm going to. I am close enough to the other guard and also Pale Scales over here, correct? Like
Yeah,
within-
you're very close.
Okay.
You're all very
So
close.
then I'm going to do a Fury of Blows, and also when I do Fury of Blows, I can also have one of them be a Hand of Healing. So I will do a normal punch on the other guy, and then I'm also going to smack him for some healing. I don't need to roll for that one unless he's not willing to get smacked.
Okay. Punch people with healing.
Yeah, like
Motherfucker.
for the guard, that's probably not gonna hit. That's a 7.
Now.
Alright, yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, and then smacking him, what does that give me? It's just a D4 plus whoops. Ooh, that's not what I was looking for. You get 4 health back.
Nice.
No, I'm smacking you.
So I get 4 back. Puts me at 11.
A little bit
Anything
better.
else with your turn?
That's it.
Okay, that will come back to Pale Scales.
I feel slightly invigorated by the slap. And I stand up. I'm feeling a bit weathered and feeling blood loss from the spear wound in my side. And I'm upset and angry. And I look at the assailant. How close am I to him?
I'm saying that
He's
they're
been right in
striking
front of you.
distance. Yeah, you're
Within
like
striking
5,
distance?
Yeah,
Okay.
5 feet.
I want to cast Ray of Frost on him.
Ooh.
Okay.
Which is how much damage? Let's look that up. That'd be good. Ray of Frost is going to be 1d8 of cold damage, and their speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Cool.
So I would roll d8.
Yeah, it's just damage, right? They don't have to roll a Constitution or anything.
On a hit. So
Oh, you just have to make a
So
normal
you gotta
spell
roll
casting
for it.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah. So what would be?
It's still your
D20.
D20,
Okay.
and then
Then
you're
yours.
getting your spell casting
I think it's charisma for you.
modifier.
Yeah,
probably.
it's charisma for
Yeah.
me. So spell attack is +5. Saving DC is 13. So I would roll.
Yeah, so add a 5 to that.
It's 8 + 5, so 13.
Does not hit.
Dang. Okay. That's my turn.
Okay, that goes back up to Lacey.
I want to make a perception check and see if I can see the purple bottle that I saw from the one guy.
Yeah.
I want to see if it's on the guy who's knocked out.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I missed. It's an 8.
Okay. You look at his body on the ground and kind of the heat of this commotion as this cart is kind of rattling. These are definitely not made for combat, so this thing is definitely shaking a lot. And so it's kind of hard to kind of like, really peer into that in the middle of combat, especially with an enemy right next to you. You make out that there are some kind of maybe like glass, possibly vials in their cloak. But you don't know what color they are, and you don't know what they are.
Okay. Is that my action? Or...
No, obviously you still
Okay.
be able to go.
I'm gonna run up to the dude that's knocked out and try to snatch the cloak with everything in it.
Okay, cool. So
Strip it of
because you're not really leaving the combat zone,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that you won't get an opportunity to attack.
That's fair. That's fair.
You're still kind of you're still in the
She
combat
still has
zone.
to-
So I'm gonna say, yeah, you kind of jump over. Give me an acrobatics check as you kind of jump through this battle and try to rip off this cloak.
It's a 4.
Oh no! Okay.
Oh, no.
You
Can I
you,
cast guidance on myself?
you in the middle of battle are like, I need to see what's inside that cloak.
Yeah.
You try to jump forward. As you do, you just slip on a little bit of blood in the ground and just kind of do that thing where a cat tries to jump off like a
It's
slippery
not-
table. It just kind of gets airborne, goes nowhere, and just falls flat on the ground.
Nice.
Really
Am I prone or am I good?
I'm gonna say with any remaining movement, you can get yourself up from prone if you
Okay.
want.
Lacey,
I'm gonna-
stop playing on the floor.
You basically just have half your movement to to get up from prone.
Okay.
We're in a fight.
I'm gonna.
There's a guy still.
What are you doing on the floor?
Seriously, get up.
I'm gonna.
Please.
Where is that? I'm gonna get up, and I'm going to. That was my action, right? Was that my movement?
I'm gonna say between the two of them, that would be your action.
That's fair. Okay, just making sure. I'm going to just get myself back up and just look over at Pale Scales and Seabog and be like, okay, so you deal with that one. I'm gonna do some research. And then she's just gonna like try to waddle away.
Oh,
Okay, the assassin, kind of still in the midst of battle between mostly Pale Scales and Seabog right now, is going to go ahead and make a strike against Seabog. That is not gonna hit. And next one, 16 to hit. Misses? Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Goes ahead and swings, kind of wildly after his companion has passed. He is getting a little bit more desperate and misses you completely.
yeah.
That will be Seabog's turn.
Right, so we're gonna smack him with the stick. And is that a 9? That is a 9. So 13. I don't think that was.
13 misses.
Yes. How about a 19?
19 hits.
Woo! That was for the punch. That was it. Yeah. It's gonna be a 7. Yeah, 7.
Okay, you get a really just a nice rib shot on this guy through his cloak, and give me a perception check.
Woo! Woo! Oh no! Wait. Okay. Oh, it's a nat 20.
Oh shit! As you punch this guy directly in the robes, not only do you feel like a vial or a couple of like glassware things, but you feel one that kind of looks to be in the same shape as you remember the one that threw down and had that purplish explosion.
Threw it down.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. He drank it.
Oh, that's like sure.
But yeah, no. But you had you remember this kind of like very cartoony, like triangle, like base with like a regular flask.
Yeah.
So you can feel it and kind of make out the fact that that was that kind of vial.
Is there any way I can try to grab it while pulling back from the punch, or is that too much?
Not this time.
Okay, that's fair.
But
That's fair. That's fair.
I will say in one thing, especially with the nat 20, as you punch it, you can feel it crack. And one thing that really kind of puts the nail in the coffin of what this is, you see like a purple liquid kind of run down the side of his cloak.
Gotcha.
So you're pretty darn sure that's the same kind of potion.
Sweet.
There's purple liquid running down the side of the cloak.
His cloak, yeah.
Okay.
Back his cloak.
So that's one of the purple potions.
Maybe. Probably.
It's the same color.
I
liquid,
think
They're
guys.
all purple.
Every potion is rose
Every
purple.
potion.
In this
You-
world,
You know for a
healing
fact
potions.
not every potion is purple.
Okay, cool.
In this world, there's healing potions, mana potions, vanishing potions, purple.
All purple.
Yeah.
All purple.
They could not figure out how to
Peter's
get some
Purple
food
Potion
dye.
Emporium.
Yeah.
Welcome to.
That will be Pale Skills.
How close am I to this dude?
You're within striking range still.
And how much purple liquid is leaking out on the coat
Of
here?
a whole vial.
A whole vial full is like just leaking out?
Yeah.
I shit.
Would I be able to lap up a good
Oh, you
amount of
want
that
the
liquid if I were to
water.
try and like grab him by the coat and just start licking that potion liquid up? Trying to see it running down the coat, and I'm like, yo, I want to suck that down.
Could that be intimidation?
It only took us 2 seconds.
All right, tell
to
me
break
exactly the language you want to try and do this.
So it described to me just like very specifically where is the vial leaking from, and where like for me, from what I can tell at least, where can I tell the vial is leaking from? How much liquid are we talking is pouring out? Where is it pouring out from? Yada,
Okay.
yada.
So this is going to be a really fun thing that's going to determine how easy this is to do.
Okay.
It's never going to be
Yeah.
easy,
Right,
but how
right,
easy,
right.
right? How difficult, I should say.
Yeah.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I would say I punched him. I was just thinking about that as you were trying to figure that out. I would say I had the quarterstaff in my left hand, and I
Okay.
punched him with my right hand.
Okay, makes sense. So you punched him in with your right hand.
Yeah.
Hit him under the rib. That's where the vial kind of like spewed out. I'm gonna say the way he's facing you guys, that is the same side that Pale Scales
we're
is
done.
on,
Okay,
on the
okay.
right.
Okay, I wasn't sure those would
yeah,
work
yeah, on your right. So it is closer to you, so it's basically possible now.
Okay, okay.
But
There's a.
Now,
so
are you,
how are you gonna try and
is
do
it
this?
like an inside pocket? Does it appear to be like an inside pocket, pretty much?
You can't really tell because it wasn't opened.
Okay.
It was
Well-
just leaking down his like cloak.
Now, is
Yeah.
the coat fastened in the middle? Like, is it like basically tied shut, or could I like whip that shit open and kind of lap up what's in there?
So the cloak kind of comes down, but obviously his legs are free, so he's got like pants underneath the cloak, and that's on his pants is where you saw like on his like upper thigh
Oh,
or
you're
middle
going
thigh
for
is
the
where you
pants.
saw that like purple like potion like liquid
okay,
down on his leg.
I want to make an unarmed strike, and then after I make my unarmed strike, if I hit, I want to, as my bonus action, attempt to lick up some of that liquid. Is that allowed?
So you want to make an unarmed strike and try to lap up
I
the
want
liquid?
to punch him, and then while he's kind of dazed from the punch, I want to
Yeah.
just
No,
pull that
I'm gonna
coat and
say
lick
you
it
can
up.
only
Do one or
try
the
and
other?
do one. You can only
Okay.
try and attack him or try and find a way to lap up this liquid.
And it's like, and we're saying right hand side for me, upper thigh-ish area.
Yeah. No. So
No.
you're gonna come at him on his right side.
Right.
So it's like if you're facing me and I'm the guy,
Mhm,
so
mhm.
you'd be attacking from this side,
Yeah.
and it's on his leg, like his left leg.
His
So you're-
left leg,
but, like,
so the one on
closest
my
Same
to
side.
you.
Yeah, same side.
And it's but middle thigh area.
Yes.
Okay. I attempt to like really quickly dive down to the ground and grab this dude's leg and just start licking that purple liquid
All right, so
off that middle thigh area.
So I'm gonna say, if you're trying to like grapple him to make sure you get it, then that will be a grapple check as well as, I guess, an acrobatics check. Let me see your board real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
This is ridiculous.
I want that
I was
juice.
thinking maybe sleight of hand, but I guess you're not
Sleight
really
of
using your
tongue.
hand. Yeah, so I'm gonna say, it's gonna be, if you try and do that, it'll be a grapple and an acrobatics.
I'm doing it.
If you want to just dive and just try and lap up some,
Performance
I'm going.
check.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to say just an acrobatics. So essentially, if you try to do the grapple and you succeed at grapple against his strength, then you're going to have a much easier time trying to lap this up.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just try and go and lap it up, it's going to be one roll, but it's going to be harder.
I want to try and go for the grapple.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and do an opposed grapple check.
So strength?
So it's going to be your strength against his strength, yeah.
14.
You got a 5.
Give me that leg.
You
Give me that
grapple
leg.
onto his leg and just hold onto his leg. He goes, "What are you doing?
I want some of that juice.
This isn't fighting. This
Give me
is
your pig trough juice.
All right.
I want enough to fill a trough. And
No,
I start
I'm gonna
trying
say-
to lap it up.
No, I'm gonna say, give me an acrobatics check. Still not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be easier with the grapple.
Please roll that 20.
1.
After all of that, so you have him
pretty good.
grappled. So you
Oh,
still
he's
have him
down.
grappled. So that's still advantageous. You try and like lick in, face forward into this guy's knee essentially, and as he's stumbling back from being grappled, he just knees you in the face for 1 point of damage.
Dude, just let me lick your leg.
I don't know what's going on, but I don't like this. This isn't cool, dude.
I've seen you guys drinking it. It looks real good.
That will come back up to Lacey.
She just saw the entire thing happen. She goes, "This is weird. I don't like this."
Guys, if we get the purple juice in our mouth, we'll figure out what's going on.
Okay, sure. Have fun.
Come lick this guy with me.
Thank you.
I'll stick with the dead body.
Guys, help me lick him. Please.
How,
Please, sir, help me lick him.
how far is Lacey from the
You
dead
just
body?
feel.
How far is Lacey from the dead body?
You're on
You feel great with Tiefling.
you're still, you got up, I think,
Yeah,
right,
I got
from
up.
prone, but you're still very close,
You should be
and
right on
you're
him
also, it's going to be pretty easy to try and do this now without potentially getting an opportunity attack because he's now grappled.
Yeah, she's gonna give me that cloak, baby.
Nope.
What was it that I needed to make? Sorry.
Check.
To open the cloak,
To get the cloak.
it's going to be an acrobatics.
It's a 13.
I'm going to say you're able to do that. This
Hell
is a dead
yeah.
body on the floor and you're pretty close to the
You
ground.
take
Hell
our clothes
yeah.
off.
Guys! And she's like, "Oh, I probably shouldn't have said anything." And she just puts the cloak on.
So hold on. So you jump over there, you open up his cloak. As you open up his cloak, you see a purple vial, you see an orange vial, and you see a yellow vial.
Can I roll to see how many of those I can snatch?
Well, if you put on the cloak, you could take all of them.
Yeah, then give me the cloak.
So you can put on the cloak. I'm gonna say that's gonna be like a free action.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna say that took up like a bonus action to do.
That's fair.
You can still do one other thing, but you don't know exactly what the potions do. So if you want, you can use your remainder action to do investigation on what these might be. Or actually, let me take that back. Do an Arcana to see what they might be, or you can just take a regular turn, a regular action.
Lacey is going to cast Druidcraft.
Okay.
Now that she knows exactly what the vial looks like, she's
Yep.
going to craft a vial that looks exactly like the purple potion,
Okay.
and she's gonna hold it up to the dude that's grappled and say, "Look what I got!"
Okay. He looks over and just goes, "You don't know what that does."
But I'm gonna find out.
Pour it in my mouth. Quick. There's not much time.
You gotta get lower. She's only like.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, sir. Don't you wriggle out of my grip now.
He's spread eagle on this.
She's done with it.
Do you want to at least do so? If you're done, do you want to at least do a like a roll to see maybe what those might be? What the other ones?
Hell
might
yeah.
Be?
Hell
So
yeah.
tell me which one you want to try to figure out what it is, and roll an Arcana check.
You said the
Orange,
purple
green,
one. I
purple.
kind of know what it does. It
There's a
takes
yellow.
advantage.
I think I said there's a yellow one. There's an orange one, and there's a
That's
purple
yeah.
one.
Okay, I'm gonna
Purple
go
one,
for
you have-
yellow.
Okay.
12 plus...
15.
So you take a look at this. Being very familiar with spellcasting, with Arcana, with all this kind of stuff, you have seen potions kind of similar to this in the past, or at least that look similar. You're not 100% sure, but you're pretty sure this causes some kind of, force to generate. So, not something that's usually drank, but something that's usually kind of, thrown in the middle of combat.
I got a bomb.
Just
Just yells.
Part of my mouth!
that
Last
goes-
thing she's gonna do, she's just gonna put a little sticker on that has a skull and crossbones on top of the dead dude, just for
Okay.
flavor. And she
Does nothing.
does nothing. She just likes to be mean.
Okay, that is your that's the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm going to say this guy's going to try and get out of your grapple pale scales. So he's going to roll a strength check, and go ahead and roll a strength check to try and keep holding him. He only got a 5 again.
I got a 5, but mine is +2. So 7.
Oh shit!
Plus
Okay,
two.
cool. So
Yeah.
you hang on to him. He just still tries to get away, and he can't quite do that.
Bam!
But he, you see, reaches into his pocket and pulls out the orange potion that you from his chest, or from his cloak, and he says, "Give me the tiefling, or I'm gonna take this whole thing off the rails."
Ooh.
Do it, you pussy, you won't! They'll kill us all!
He holds it, just still being there, kind of just right as like a threat. You see, it's gonna come back to
Seabog?
Seabog now.
What you feeling? He's still grappled.
Yeah,
got him
I
wrestled.
know. How do
Got a pig in the
superiority
trough.
dice? That's not me.
Got him like a pig in the trough.
I hate you so much.
He's wrestled.
Is there any type of like disarming thing that we can do, or is that like a class specific thing?
You could probably make an action try and hit it out of his hand.
Yeah,
and
that's
take
what
it
I'm
away
like.
from him.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, is there anything that we can do where I can?
I think maybe what? Sleight of hand? If you were to
You
try
could
to take it
definitely
away
try
from
to
him?
use sleight of hand
Okay.
to get it away from him. You could try to just grapple it away. I'm gonna say with like with strength
Can I use Dex instead?
to try and like force it out of his hand.
Sleight of hand would be dex.
Yeah, sleight of hand would be nice.
Yeah.
I'd probably go with the sleight of hand instead then.
Okay. So I'm gonna say. So I think with sleight of hand actually
With him being grappled as well.
Well, with him being okay, I'll say that you can use a sleight of hand as he's kind of partially distracted. Sleight of hand is usually kind of more deception.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm going to say that you can use that with your dexterity, basically, because it's kind of like, you're trying to just be agile with this and kind of like
Just
sneak
grab.
it out of his hand as he's kind of partially,
Fighting.
yeah, unable to really move that much. Or obviously you can use strength, but if you want to use a sleight of hand, I'll let you do that
Yeah.
as he's kind of distracted and can't really.
Actually,
Move
how
well.
healthy is
He's
Very-
okay.
he? Yeah.
He's
okay.
not.
Yeah,
weak,
then I'm
but
gonna
he's
stick
not
with the-
strong.
I'm gonna stick with the disarming thing that we got going on here. With at least a 19? 19,
Oh, hell yeah.
23.
Okay, got you. So you are definitely going to pull that away. I'm going to do that just against his strength. You still pull it away.
Sweet.
Cool. So you're able to kind of like, jump in there, slide it out of his fingers as he's still very much kind of trying to get out of Tailscale's grasp. And so now you hold it in your hands. And I'm going to say that was your... I'm going to say that was an action. You can still use
That
a
makes
bonus
sense.
action.
That makes
if you'd
sense.
like.
As a bonus action, is there anything I can do to help keep him pinned down?
It's a bonus action? I don't
Probably not.
think so.
That's fine. That's fair. I'll just punch him then.
Unless there's some kind of like move you have.
Yeah,
I'll
I
just
don't
punch
think so. I'll just punch him. I'll just Give him a good old
Let's do a swing.
thwack in the
That doesn't-
face.
I mean, that hurts him.
yeah, I'll do something. 13 plus, that's 16.
16 just hits, yeah.
Okay. 5.
5 damage. Okay. Palescale's still just hanging on for dear life. He just got the potion taken out of his hand. He's like, wait, no, give that back. And then you just go ahead and punch him in the other rib, which is the other side that he hasn't been hit on yet. He's like, son of a bitch. And so he is looking a little bit more hurt. Palescales, that is now you.
Oh god.
You have him grappled.
I attempt to bite him in his thigh.
Bite him in his thigh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say
Unarmed strike?
an unarmed strike. Yeah.
What?
It's a 5.
Plus just your strength.
This
I
should be
think.
2, so 7.
Okay, cool. So you bited him. He's like, ah! He screams. As
Give me the juice!
he's looking hurt. Cool. Is that all you do with your turn?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So back at the top of the turn order, you guys notice that you've been distracted in fighting. I mean, you guys have been on. The train has been going for like 10, maybe 20 minutes ish. But you notice that you are kind of heading back in the direction that you came. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Uh-oh.
Who's the smartest?
Yeah, I have a plus
You guys
3.
all go ahead and
Oh,
tell
all
me.
of us. Okay.
5.
Oh, lordy. Ooh, intelligence, I got 20.
Okay. Cool. So you guys are seeing it kind of go back, and Seabog, you realize you were like, initially we were trying to take this cart to go down to the residential district, but instead, the way that we kind of finagled this was to do a test run. So you're realizing that you're kind of going on the perimeter of the city, and you are kind of making your way back to the center of the city, where that station is.
How can I know how longish we've been heading in the back direction?
Yeah, so I'm gonna say, especially with a 20, you know that you didn't really notice that at all most of the time when you were kind of going on, when you were before the battle started.
Yeah.
So you haven't been battle, is pretty quick.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you notice that you've probably only been turning around for the past couple minutes or so.
Okay.
So you're kind of like 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes out, and you're kind of
Like
a few minutes back.
Okay.
Yeah. But you do notice that you are in the residential district is below you.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You're kind of starting to exit it, but you're still a little bit away from the center of town.
And how high up are we again? You said about 6 stories last time?
I think you're about 6, 7 stories or so.
Okay. So we gotta end this fast. Because we're a little too going back to the center. Guys.
We might not need to rush if we can demonstrate our innocence
With these guys?
either alive or the corpse of an assassin.
I mean,
And we have the potions that we used to
we're going back to the place where you claimed you were a doctor.
And we were just
I
assaulted.
claimed-
We were assaulted by assassins during our test run. That's the smoky smell come from.
Okay.
There's some dirty dudes on board.
You know what?
We can talk our way out of it.
We
I'm
might
proud-
be.
Yeah, we can
we
do
might
it.
be able to figure this
Lacey,
out.
it's now your turn.
Shit.
Not to be.
No, I was trying to be in character.
Right. No, I think I'm still holding
Lacey.
Yeah.
so you can hear everything we're saying.
I can hear everything you're saying.
Lacey
Shut up!
just now has
Get my
this-
ticket out of here.
Jesus Christ. Lacey just now has this cloak on that's way too big for her, so her hands are like here and the sleeves are all the way to the ground. She's just walking around and she's gonna yell. She's going to whisper out, not whisper, but like whisper out to the tiefling. Actually, can I use detect magic to see if I can see where she is? Can I do that?
Yeah, I don't. Well, that's a good question. I actually don't know. I'm going to
Detect
say
magic, as far as I know, just lets you know that there
is magic,
right?
being
Yeah.
used.
I think you're
Okay,
right.
fine.
You can use detect magic, but you're going to basically just know
No,
that
it's
there's
here.
magic,
It's
and
being
let's
used.
say you'd also maybe know how many magic things are happening. Maybe.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh yeah, depending. Yeah. That's true as
Okay.
well.
Fair enough. Can I make another Arcana check to see what the yellow potion does? No, the orange potion. I don't know what that does. Can I make an Arcana check to check
I mean,
that?
yeah.
See if it's helpful at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Eek. That's only an 8.
An 8. Okay. You look at this. You haven't seen this in the past. Like you have kind of like similar kind of weaponized potions. Yeah. But you have seen a lot of, again, like the yellow one, seen potions used in combat. So this makes you feel like because you don't know it, maybe it's not combative, but you really don't know.
Oh shit. Okay, wait. I'm trying to think if the purple potion, because only one dude drank the purple potion that time, and the other 2 guys were vanished, but I don't know where they vanished to. Fuck everything. Okay, you know what? Guys, we might have to drink this potion.
We might have to, but we might have to wait on that.
But I want to do it.
Oh,
Fine.
We will, but
It's okay.
Let me-
It's okay. Lacey's gonna go towards the dude that Pale Scales has grappled, and she's gonna take her scimitar, and she's gonna threaten him.
Okay.
She's gonna try to
Make
roll
an
it.
He is
intimidation check?
grappled and he is hurt. I'm going to say normally this would be with disadvantage. I'll let you just roll it flat because he's in a weakened state.
Intimidation?
You're doing
Intimidation. Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Can we assist?
14.
I'm gonna say that's already
It's
kind of
14.
contributing to that. 14. You tell me what you say.
What do you want with the tiefling woman?
He looks at you and he says, the Tiefling woman was always a part of our plan. You 3 were not. And you see he continues to try to struggle out. So you can tell that your intimidation wasn't successful, but he also is aware of the fact that he's kind of losing this battle, which is the only reason why he's kind of playing a little bit along.
I have a mask on.
She's just gonna use
They
her...
have hoods. Yeah.
Hoods.
Yeah. She's gonna use her reaction to Circle of Spores him real quick.
Okay.
So, con saving throw.
It's only an 8.
Okay, so that's D4.
So they have hoods, so we can't really see their face.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's 4 points of damage. She just smacks a sticker
Bam!
right on his leg.
Okay, which leg?
The one that doesn't have the
Yeah.
one that's not grappled.
How does he feel? What does it feel like? It just feels like pain. Like
it burns into him.
okay, so we see he's just still kind of screaming from Pale Scales is still attached to his leg via his teeth. He just goes looking at both
That's
legs.
totally Ace Ventura.
Yeah, it's Ace Ventura with the 2 spears. In his leg.
like, that's like...
Exactly.
100%. So, he's looking hurt.
Okay.
That comes back to his turn.
Okay.
He pulls out the orange vial.
I have the order.
Oh, I'm sorry. You steal it from him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
'cause he
Wait,
had it.
Well,
Just
was
the
that the yellow
shattered-
one?
Shatter the
know-
purple one.
He took the
I thought he said...
shatter the purple one. He took the yellow.
I thought I took the orange one because he said
it was the one
he said
that I didn't
I'm going
know
to take
about.
this out. I'm going to take this all down.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And I
okay.
stole the one that he was threatening with
Okay.
from him.
Gotcha.
Was the plan.
Okay, then he will not do that. He's going to try and move with you attached, I think he's going to have half movement.
I thought that would grab.
I think you can move half speed, but the other person's coming with you.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So he's going to start moving at half speed toward the corner where he saw, or where he last saw the Tiefling woman was.
Okay.
And he is just going to wildly swing with disadvantage. So he's going to do one swing. With disadvantage. That is an 8, so that does not hit her. Second swing with disadvantage is a 6. So he's swinging, and you can tell that he is not hit because she hasn't screamed yet. But it's a small card. So that will be turn order 14. On number 14, you guys feel, the two Arcana casters can feel the presence of the same feeling you felt before these two appeared before. And then within a millisecond, 2 more hooded figures come. One with a spear, and one with a, two spears. So they both appear. That is the first one's turn. But before we get to that, let me tell you about today's sponsor. Hi guys, Cole here. I just want to quickly take a minute and tell you about today's sponsor for this episode, which is actually my company, Jarvis Media Consolidated. Whether you run a small practice or a larger business, or you're just kind of making content to put on YouTube with your friends, like what we do, you may need social media services. And that's where we come in. Jarvis Media Consolidated is a company that partners with small to medium-sized companies to help them distribute their social media content across any kind of platform and get more leads, more brand exposure, and ultimately help your business grow using the power of social media. So whether you're running a podcast and you want to get that distributed on a platform, or you need some ads, or even just some simple social media content to put on your pages so you're not completely ignoring all social media platforms out there, we've got you covered. Feel free to call us anytime to talk about any kind of inquiries and work that we might be able to do together. You can call us at 315-751-8103 or email us at info@jarvismedia.biz. That's info@jarvismedia.biz. Thank you guys so much and enjoy the rest of the episode. The first one of the two new ones, one of the spear guys.
Rolling.
Yeah, those new initiatives.
Damn it.
He is going to roll an attack on Seabog. Spear, 17 to hit. Wow, nice.
I've got 20.
A second attack on you. That's not going to hit. Then it's going to go to the other one. The other one looks around, takes in the situation, drops his spear, opens up his robe and takes out a short sword and a hand crossbow.
Gotcha.
He takes the sword out. He takes it out with his left hand and turns to the right and stabs the other hooded figure. The other hooded figure just stands, feels appalled, and falls to the ground. Not quite dead, but just completely startled. He then takes the hand crossbow and is going to shoot it at the other character, the other hooded character, and gets a nat 20. And he's going to roll his damage.
Friend?
Wait, is he gonna come after me with the cloak?
That person opened their cloak. Could we see any
you get
physical features on the body?
As he did, you kind of saw this light armor, some satchels and things. You've noticed when you're fighting the other ones that they they have a dark cloak and kind of dark chainmail kind of on underneath. This guy has very different kind of attire. It kind of looks a little bit more ragtag, a little bit more, adventurer-y.
I get what you're saying. Okay.
And so he's going to roll with advantage on his other attack. That's only 1, but it's actually still going to be, I think, pretty darn good. And then that's going to be 10 damage. He shoots this guy with the crossbow, gets shot between his shoulder blades, and falls to the ground dead. As he was getting ready to swing another turn in the corner, trying to hit what's-her-face. He looks at you guys and he says, "We need to kill this other one and then get out of here." And so that will be Seabox.
How can we trust you?
He says, "Do you have any options right now?"
No brothers in the truth.
Do we have any options, guys?
No.
No. Okay, fine.
Hi, new friend.
He just goes,
The one, the one that hopped in with him was the other one alive. He hit that person. How badly? Not badly.
So when he turned around and just kind of stabbed him directly through the abdomen, like he was standing right next to him. He just kind of pulls out a short sword, stabs him,
and then killed the other guy.
and then shot the other guy
Gotcha,
with
gotcha,
the hand.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So we have the one on the floor who stabbed, and we have the one that he's still holding on to.
That one's dead. He just
No,
shot
that one. That one is
dead.
dead. Yeah, because he moved with him.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
that
was.
was.
The corner.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
The
That's
first
right.
one's
My
already been dead.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
My bad.
You've been trying to steal from a dead guy.
Yeah, this is
He's
true.
been dragging
Yes.
around a half-dead guy who just got shot, killed.
Yeah, in the shoulder blades.
Got it.
And then the other two people is the one that seemingly
Just
helping
one
us
left.
right now, and then the one
One
just got shot. Yeah.
So
They're
just one,
stabbed.
that one guy.
16.
16 definitely, or actually just hits. Yeah.
Shoot. 9.
9 damage. Okay, nice.
And then I'm gonna...
He gets back up. You kind of hit him in the face with your quarterstaff, and then just kind of tries to get his bearings. And you're gonna do a bonus action.
Yeah,
attack?
bonus after punch.
Cool.
Yeah. Yep. Same thing. 16.
Okay.
So, please. 3, 7.
7. Nice. Okay, this guy's looking hurt. Not a good start for him. That'll be Teiflings.
No looking. Kill him.
I cast Ray of Frost on the damaged dude.
Okay. You had to roll, right?
Yeah, it's my spell thing +5.
Ooh!
Let me just pull that back and check. Okay, 11. So +5, so 16.
Definitely hits. Yep.
Okay.
Or
And the
just hits,
damage
I
would be 1d8 of cold damage.
Cool. 1d8. Go ahead and roll
That's
that.
not a big
Which one?
4
That
on
one.
the
There
top,
it
4 on the
is.
bottom. Yeah.
3.
What's the damn?
So 3. I'm sorry. That was 3 damage total.
Yeah, 3d8 cold.
Uh,
And then
Tell-
reduced by speed is reduced by 10 feet.
tell me how you kill. Tell me how it looks when you kill him. I know you're shooting the ray of frost.
So is he standing up?
He just got stabbed. He kind of comes back up to his knees, got hit in the face with a quarterstaff, has one arm on like the side of the cart, looks back over to you when you cast Ray of Frost. So he's kind of on his knees facing you.
So I let go of the leg of the dead guy that I've been holding
What?
since last turn, and I stand up and I go, "That's kind of gross." And then I turn on the other guy and I was like, "Oh, you look pretty gross too." And I just zap him because I'm over the whole situation. It's so
Okay,
casual,
fair enough.
just a little flick of my wrist.
Okay, you just gotta flick your wrist, kind of like second thought, just zap him.
Sick of
with
this
some
magic
frost.
shit.
And he just goes.
Second level spell.
He just freezes kind of like in place and just becomes like an icicle version of himself.
I tip it over and hope it shatters.
Yeah, he falls over and just shatters into a bunch of pieces. Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Cool.
Wouldn't
So-
let me drink his juice.
You do that. As that happens, you guys are now out of combat. This cloaked figure takes off his hood. He stows his weapons away, takes off his hood, and you just kind of see this like black, like almost kind of like a medieval version of like a ski mask or something like that. And so he takes that off, and he says, "All right, sorry to startle you guys, but I realized that we didn't have a lot of time here, and unless you guys want to be right back in the center of town, we need to find a way off this cart."
Are we still above?
You're the resident,
The
yeah.
residence?
Yeah, you're still above like the residential kind of like district, yeah.
Tiefling lady.
You see, Yara. How long does it last again?
It's
Is
an
that-
hour until I dispel.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Is
So-
it a concentration?
It is a concentration
So
spell.
he would have lost
you
it.
should,
by
you
then.
should have lost it, but
Should've
that's
lost
okay.
it.
That's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
mistake.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's whenever I take a hit. is
When you
that
take
what it is?
damage, you have to roll to see,
See
if
if it
you
can-
You also
Gotcha.
can't use any other
Spells.
spells.
Yeah.
Got you.
So that's
Unless
okay.
you have a specific
Good to know.
thing that allows you to.
That's okay because honestly, he wouldn't have. There's a chance he might have hit her when he moved over there, but for
Yeah.
the most of the time, you guys were blocking
Fine
the way
anyways.
anyway.
Fair
so.
enough. All it
Um,
does is cost me a spell slot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So,
So.
good to know.
So yeah, he this figure looks at you all. Definitely seems to be kind of like he's panting a little bit, but he's also this human, kind of like dressed in kind of now he takes off this robe, bounty hunter attire, essentially. He basically just says, "Listen, we don't have a lot of time here, but this cart is going directly back to the center of town, so we need to get out of here."
How'd you get in
What?
here?
Tiefling lady.
Yara, who let's say is no longer invisible, kind of like gets up from behind like some of the seats of this cart and just says, "Yes, I'm okay.
Hi.
Hello, thank you for protecting me again. I'm sorry, I'm such a nuisance."
You're fine.
No, you're a nuisance, but it's okay.
She says, "Okay, that's fair."
Okay.
How did you get here?
To the bounty hunter.
Yeah, sorry.
The bounty hunter looks at you and just says, "Listen, I can explain all of that. I've been undercover with the Circle of Fire."
You know what this potion does.
Which potion?
Purple.
Yes, don't drink that potion. And then he says, "That's how I got here." But again, not enough time to deal with that. You see, he
Right.
kind of goes into the cloak that he had, pulls out that yellow vial, his own version or his own yellow vial, and he says, "All right, you'll need to hang on to something right now."
Or can we just jump?
No.
Yes.
I could cast Featherfall again, but it depends on how high up we are.
6 stories.
Yeah,
How
about 6
give or
stories.
take would you
How many
say?
feet is that?
Yeah, like give or take how much?
6 stories, about 60 feet.
Yeah,
60
60 feet, and we have a minute to fall 60 feet
And it's 60 feet per round.
per round. So we have a
Where
minute.
would you
Okay, cool.
take us if we came with you?
He says, "I live in the residential district. I have a spot, a safe house that we can go to. But
We
the
can
biggest
go.
thing is that we don't head back into town and we get off this cart because the Circle of Fire knows that you guys are on this cart."
We're jumping.
He looks over to you, Pale Scales, and he says, "You have Featherfall?"
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Can you cast it on all 5 of us?"
I can cast it on all 4 of us. I don't know the fuck about you, though.
He says, "Okay." He says, "Okay, cast it on yourselves."
Okay.
And he says, "All right, we need to get off this as soon as possible. We're still above the residential district. I say we jump."
Okay, we jump.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Oh.
guys jump out of the cart, and then I'm assuming Pale Scales, you cast Featherfall.
Yep.
Okay, you guys do that. You see the bounty hunter waits for you guys to jump off, jumps off right after you, kind of turns in midair and throws the yellow potion, and it explodes the car and the rail, and so it all just kind of comes tumbling down as you guys are falling. You see that you guys are feather falling, so you're falling slower. He's not feather falling. So he falls onto a building, and I'm gonna roll a luck check right now to see
He
what
dies.
story of building that he falls on. 5-story building, so he's only gonna be falling about. What did we say he was about?
We said we were about 60 feet up, is what you said when we
Okay,
said we were
gotcha.
about 60
Okay,
feet in the car.
so I'm gonna say he wouldn't fall 10 feet, wouldn't be that close. So I'm just going to say he falls about 30 feet.
That makes sense.
So I'm gonna roll damage for that.
I do not cast Featherfall on the Tiefling.
Really? Okay.
I'm holding the Tiefling.
Roll me roll me an insight check to see if when he jumped you
I could
realize
tell.
that he didn't.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cocked. Why? Why is he gonna do that to me? 13. Ooh, 5. That's gonna be a total of 18. Math.
Okay, 18 on your insight check. I'm gonna say as you guys jump off, you realize that it has not been casted on the Tiefling woman. I'll let you try and do a acrobatics check to try and catch her before she falls way quicker than the rest of you. It's going to be a, I'm going to say a 15 or higher.
So I gotta roll an 11.
Hey, Scaly. Why is she falling?
That is not an 11.
Oh,
We can talk
no.
about it when
Okay.
it's at the bottom.
Okay, so we said it's going to be 30 feet. I had to look up falling damage because I forgot.
I think it's D6 per 10.
D6 per 10? Okay.
I believe so.
Let's see.
Usually, most people. I think.
Putting the dead in dead weight.
You did all to keep her alive. And you're not gonna... Oh, damn you. Oh, damn you.
1d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet of fall.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
okay, cool.
So 30 feet
Not cool.
onto this 6-story or 5-story building. 3, 7, so that's 10 damage for him. And so the bounty hunter hits, tucks and rolls, and then just kind of rolls out and just kind of gets up slowly.
You have another one falling.
He looks up and says, "What?" And then as he says, "What?" She hits the
Damn
story.
it.
She has 10 health points. She is a commoner person. So I'm gonna roll 3d6 and see if she survives. That's a 2.
Six.
Oh,
That's a 5.
no,
So a 2 or less. It's a 1.
You bitch.
You see, she falls flat on her face right into this building and rolls and is just kind of like blood coming out of her mouth. She is okay, but has 1 health point, is not an adventurer, and she is not doing well. So I'm gonna say you guys land. As you land, the bounty hunter makes his way over to the Tiefling woman and is going to try and just give her a medicine check to see if she can just kind of help to bring her up a little bit so she can actually move. I say she's not in death saving throw range right now, but she's like
You just
very
broke her
crippled.
legs.
Yeah. So 18. So yeah, he gets a 21. I'm gonna say that he kind of helps to stabilize her. He kind of gets her on her side. She coughs up a bunch of blood, and then he just kind of props her on his like shoulder a little bit, and starts to kind of like walk her. As you guys land, she looks at you and just said, "You told me to jump. You didn't cast Featherfall on me."
Get 1 featherfall a day until you start to demonstrate some actual usefulness to the party. We can talk about it if you want, but as far as I know, with my listening ears, I heard that they have no idea who we are and that they're after you. So all you've done all day is draw a huge target on our backs and provide no utility to the other 3 here.
That's why you gotta figure out what's going on first.
Yeah, I figured out she's dead weight.
You see that the bounty hunter looks at you and says, "We can talk about this later, but we are still very visible right now. We need to get down to the streets." So you see that on top of this taller building, he kind of starts to make his way to like a hatch that he just kind of finds on top of the building, opens it up, and slowly just helps the Tiefling woman down. And he's about to jump in. He looks at the 3 of you and says, "Are you guys going to trust me, or are you going to try to make it on your own?"
I'm trusting him.
He says, I do not trust you with this Tiefling woman anymore. I'm going to be taking care of her, but I'm not sure what you guys want to do. You guys seem well able. If you want to try and go on yourself, I'm not going to try to force you to come with me.
I'll tag along.
I just hop on Seabog's back.
Okay.
Let's go, buddy.
You guys jump down with him, following this bounty hunter into this like hatch into the building, and that's where we'll end our session. So yeah, pale skin really showing that neutral side.
Trying to lick poison off of people.
She's done nothing but try and get us killed.
She's not trying to get us killed.
Yeah, but if she were dead and or not around.
We could have left her. You're the one that even told her to come with us.
I know, and we learned a lot about who's pursuing us as a result.
This is what I was very excited about with the alignments being different. And that's playing to your alignment for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's just. I'll explain the choice in character.
No, that's fair. That's
In character, he's selfish He's not that smart. And he's a kind of like, okay, we need to make the situation survivable immediately.
Yep.
And in his town that he's from, dead weight gets left
Gets
behind.
cut.
Yeah.
And we got an old frail woman who's done nothing but absorb spell slots and give me no information the entire time I'm talking to her. And she didn't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know. They seem to either know where she is or know where we are. If she's the beacon, then they know where we are from. Now, out of character, yeah, that's some fucked up shit.
Obviously.
And like, I'm sure, like you being, I think, lawful good, or like you're definitely
I'm
good.
like,
You both good
I'm
leading, right?
following some kind of.
So
good
like, there will
leading
be in character tension about it for sure. I don't do it not expecting contention. We'll have to argue about it because obviously, definitely a lot of different people feel differently about it. But yeah, he's not that smart. He's very selfish, very short-sighted, and you two are useful. You two have demonstrated a lot of usefulness. Tiefling woman so far, no.
That's true.
So we have
Our-
a cloak. We have
Yeah, so make sure you write that down.
Oh, I
So
got
you-
it.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, so you
Did
have...
we get any? Did we happen to get any extra off of when this man over here was trying to lick the
I
leg?
don't think I got a drop because I crit failed my leg. I crit failed my lick and then I did a bite after, so I don't think I got.
Oh,
a
that's
single
right. Yeah, you
drop
didn't
of
try
potion.
anything. You didn't try anything else. But okay,
So one thing that's really funny
Oh,
about
but I
that...
also have an orange potion,
yes.
Right, yep, you have an orange potion, yeah.
and we still don't know what that is.
But one thing that's really funny about that is that obviously when the first guy did this, he drank the entire potion and disappeared. So it was going to be really interesting to see if you slurping up a little bit of like dripping it would actually do anything.
Do something?
Yeah.
And so it was going to be an Arcana check, but I don't want to give too much away because you don't know exactly what it does yet.
Yeah, of course.
Did you have like an idea? So it was going to be really interesting to see if you had gotten that, what happened, and I don't know how good that would have been.